It is Friday, May 25th. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel. I've got a good video for you today. A little bit coming from ZTE, some news there, a little bit from T-Mobile, Verizon, a couple of sales for you, and then an Apple rumor roundup for you guys. So I'll just jump right into the video. I'm going to start first with a research company. Harris X surveyed 2,000 U.S. adults, and they asked them about their opinion or thoughts on the Sprint and T-Mobile merger. I believe the survey was executed at the very beginning of May, and what they found was that 20% of the adults surveyed opposed the merger. They also found that 20% supported the merger outright. So what that leaves is about 60% were mainly undecided, and they wanted more info on the matter. So I'm assuming that that 60% means that those people are kind of just waiting to see what kind of happens, and if the federal arrangement of reviewing the merger is going to go through. So if it gets approved, you know, they're impartial either way. I just thought this was kind of interesting. I don't get the same feedback from people on YouTube, specifically here on the channel. I feel like more people are more decided on each side, whether they're pro-merger or against the merger. I don't see many people being so so much on the fence. So I just wanted to see what your guys' thoughts and opinions are on those results from that particular survey. Some news from ZTE. ZTE has finalized a lifeline deal with the Trump administration. This basically saves ZTE from bankruptcy. What this is going to be able to do is give ZTE the ability to continue to work with Qualcomm on the ability to purchase chipsets. The Snapdragon processors are very, very important to 5G hardware next year, and I know they've got a phone planned in the pipeline for 2019, especially early in Q1. So that's good news for ZTE, and if you're a fan of ZTE, obviously you're very happy with that. Moving on to T-Mobile news, apparently there was a huge vulnerability, I guess the last few days. Customers were able to access other customer info. The flaw was actually in the T-Mobile website, and all you had to do was use a customer's phone number, and you could access all of their sensitive account information. Now, it has since become patched, but I definitely encourage all of you out there, T-Mobile customers, to check your information, maybe consider doing a password reset and change. You know, this is a pretty serious thing. I mean, you could access the same information as what employees can access. So the nature of this information is very sensitive. We're talking account pins, name, address, tax ID numbers, whatever. I mean, you had access to it as long as you had the customer's cell phone number. The person who actually discovered this was awarded $1,000 for identifying the issue, and discovering it. So good for him. And, just double check if that affects you there. Some news from Verizon. They have canceled the often delayed streaming TV service that they were going to deploy in the very near future. I guess it never made it to prime time, and they pulled the plug on the plans. They're probably just hedging their investment losses. The impression I'm getting is that Verizon wants to pursue more of like maybe a partnership with another streaming service. DirecTV now is obviously showing huge growth. Sling is #1. You've got Hulu, you have Netflix. It's just become a saturated market, and a lot of those companies are so far ahead. It would be very difficult for Verizon to just kind of spring one up out of nowhere as a startup and kind of go from there. So maybe they're just looking to save the money, prevent, and hedge their losses there. Also from Verizon, if you are interested and you're a Verizon user, final week for open enrollment in the Total Mobile Protection open enrollment plans. So if you're looking for full coverage insurance and you have a device that's less than 2 years old, you can slap that coverage on there even if you haven't had it previously. And I think I'm going to transition over to the Apple rumor roundup. So in 2018, we haven't really heard much definitive from the iPhones that we're expecting here at the end of the summer, early fall. But it sounds like there's going to be up to about 4 models for the iPhone this year, at least 3 for sure. Those we seem pretty confident about. Potentially the 3 successors to the iPhone X that will resemble it in terms of its design and format. 2 of them are likely to have OLED displays, 1 of them with an LCD, and one we're expecting that possibly we could be seeing an SE successor. If they're going to follow the iPhone X design language, they're probably going to have notches, they're going to have Face ID, they'll have the limited bezel displays. They're probably all going to have the A12 processor. I don't see why they would deviate from that, really. So the processor is going to be this really, really important component to these phones. It's going to be built on a 7-nanometer process, very, very small, very battery efficient, and still very, very powerful. Probably market-leading performance. They're probably going to name it, A12 Bionic or whatever else they're going to call it. It's definitely going to be the top of the class, but there is going to be a little competition. The Snapdragon Qualcomm-made 855 chip is supposed to be really, really good. A step up from the 845 from this year, which obviously very, very good chipset, very fast, battery efficient. So, I don't know about a date for sure, but if precedence kind of repeats itself, September and October will kind of be the time where we'll see some of these devices. But if there's going to be a direct iPhone X or iPhone X successor, we can expect that probably in November, if it follows the same kind of pattern as last year. And what I'm going to leave you guys with is just a little bit of information about some deals. If you're interested in the Memorial Day sale from Best Buy, you can get up to 50% off the Samsung Galaxy S9 and S9 Plus and $300 off the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 from Best Buy if you purchase through Verizon, at&t, or Sprint. So no mention of T-Mobile on the deal. Verizon, you got to put it over 24-month installments. at&t have two options, the 30-month installments or the 24-month early upgrade installments. And then with Sprint, it's the 18-month lease program that they have. So something to consider if you're looking to upgrade. And from Verizon specifically, they've got up to 74% off their Mophie Juice Pack cases. I saw Pixel phones were included on this, iPhone cases, Galaxies. So maybe you have a phone that maybe you're looking for a charging case. That's a really good deal if you can get up to the 74% off. Another deal from Metro PCS. You get 2 months of free unlimited data if you sign a new account with Metro PCS and make 2 payments on a $50 or more plan. So you can be a totally new customer with new lines, or you can port over your lines from another carrier. It is available in store. Pretty much meet all those standards, all those guidelines, and you will get a $100 prepaid MasterCard. In terms of the deal itself, what you get in terms of features with Metro PCS, 35 gigabits of high-speed LTE data. That's kind of like their soft cap. After that, you might be deprioritized. And video resolution capped at 480p. And no tethering, no hotspot data. So if that interests you, go ahead and give that a look and some consideration. Hit me up in the comment section, guys. Let me know anything from the video that you found interesting or intriguing, your thoughts and opinions. The comment section is the best part of the channel, so I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys there. Thank you for watching. Please like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. This is Sneed from Sneed Mobile Tech. You guys have an awesome weekend and a great Memorial Day, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.